How about these fucking guys? These fucking guys.
Oh, fucking guys.
Damn it. What a dickhead. Instead of, I'm just gonna change the name of my fucking...
Well, I mean, at least, like, the problem is everybody immediately assumes you and I have, like, a vegan podcast. I'm like, well, no. It's a joke, because we bitch and say mean things.
Right. It's created and hosted by a fucker.
Fuck up.
But the thing is, he almost is a more valid.
No, fuck it. Fuck him.
Because his is really about cruelty-free veganism.
So, no. Don't you dare. He's the enemy.
I'll get to a lawyer right away. If he lawyers down, we're taking this to the fucking Supreme Court.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
I'm a clapstick man.
1. Hi there, welcome to the Cruelty-Free Podcast, the only cruelty-free podcast. I'm Connor.
And I'm Charlie.
And this is our podcast.
Yeah.
The first one.
The one's vegetarian, not vegan. We shouldn't give the other one.
No, we're not
time
on
our fucking show.
You know we came first.
Us first.
You know we were here first
on the release dates of the video.
We're coming.
We're coming at you. You know who you are. You sound like crazy people. We are just yelling.
How many views does this guy get?
3.
Okay,
3.
Stop!
He just made it. He just made it. Well, whoop-de-doo. We also have 3 views. And we're just as proud of him as you are, I'm certain.
Yeah, our friends watch our videos and no one else, but hey.
I think the exact opposite. I'm pretty sure all the people that have watched it don't know us.
Awesome. What the fuck, friends?
Yeah, so that's a weird thing I discovered through the analytics. For God's sakes, 3 people in India tuned in.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, 3 Indian guys. We gotta talk about those guys more.
Oh, we love them.
Because I like them.
Keep watching our videos, please.
Yeah, I appreciate it. They might be our subscribers.
Oh!
They might be for the few folks who subscribe to
you get t-shirts! When we make them.
when we have t-shirts, yeah.
We have the design, Charlie.
We have the design. If I can get Caleb to...
No. Don't you do it. Don't give the other podcast any fodder. Let the fly go. Let the fly go.
Okay, I came in hot. I need.
You just went right into murder fly mode.
Oh man, yeah, I saw that fly and I was like, who the fuck is he coming up in here? Once Caleb works on the design and fleshes it out, then yes, because we have a perfect. I like it.
I do too.
I like the blueprint a whole lot.
Well, I mean, I feel like the blueprint would also work as a shirt.
It will work. It's done. I'm pretty sure they'll all.
Like, we can have the remuxed edition, if you will, and the original version, if you will.
I'm pretty sure if we took it into a screen printing place, the guy will just touch it up for free.
Because, when I did the original poster design for Love on Porpoise, I did it knowing full well it needs to be improved. But that one, I'm like, I mean, other than, some minor, expert touches, that's solid.
Yeah, we'd add, I feel like, because my head is really easy to draw, and because it's so circular.
Well, you just do the beard.
You just do the beard, and you do the hat, and you do the glasses.
There you go. That's the face.
That's it. And there's 2 designs that you.
And when I drew it, I had longer, more crazy hair,
right,
and a mustache.
And so I think that the guy would only really have to touch yours up because yours would just look so sleek. You'd be the next Markiplier. Except it would be hard to kind of mimic his very bassy voice.
Yeah, you just talk like this.
I sound like Plankton.
Hello.
The Krabby Patty secret formula.
I went to college.
I
love Plankton. Plankton made that show.
What's the computer's name?
Karen. Computer wife Karen. Holographic meatloaf. My favorite.
But as soon as those shirts get screen printed, you 3 guys from India, You're in.
And those 18 to 24-year-old women who watched our podcast for a little while.
Slowly dropping. Hopefully
we gotta bring back that sex appeal.
We gotta start. We're doing something. We were sexy back then.
Oh man,
I feel
like 4 videos ago.
I feel like a middle-aged pauper. Now that all the suitors are going elsewhere.
We just gotta get back to promoting it pretty heavily. I think like the last few videos we've just been like video.
I'm gonna start going on Reddit more. Tried to post on Reddit on their podcast thing. Banned me for a day. It was weird. I don't know why. But it was like right after I posted it. So maybe I like entered in a captcha wrong or something.
Yeah.
But that should get more views.
Yeah.
As long as I just keep putting it out there every day.
Yeah.
Then and only then shall our demographics even out and we have mass appeal instead of like people like 20 or 24-year-olds in Ohio or
pity views.
For God's sakes, well, I think it depends on how long people are watching because we have a consistent audience of like 5 to 10 people that are watching every week for an amount of time that's pretty decent. And I'm proud of that.
I agree.
Because it could just be a lot of views and people watching for a minute. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like because you've talked to me about the length, but I think great content. Plus, when we monetize, whenever we monetize. Speaking of which, 5 people. We're counting on you to help us to get at least 1,000 views, so we can actually like monetize this shit.
Yes, keep us on. I think your account gets. I'll tell you after the podcast, but I think your account gets reviewed for monetization after you reach approximately that many. Or I think a little more views.
Right.
But just keep us on loop.
Yeah, like help us out.
We talk really well.
Yeah.
We'll start making ASMR videos.
I feel engaged.
How about this? How is this doing anything for you guys? Hold on. Check this out. I'm trying to do ASMR.
What the fuck is ASMR?
I'm doing ASMR.
What the fuck is that?
It's where you talk like this really quietly.
Oh my god.
Go to sleep to it.
Oh, I hate it.
Sometimes people eat into the microphone. They do like a
stop it.
And we'll do more of that if you're into it to get us that monetization.
No, I like our thing. We're loud, we're aggressive, we're in your face.
Every once in a while. I know, but
this is New Mexican podcast.
We do it in there was a podcast festival this weekend. I was invited to go by a friend, not for podcast.
It could have been for our podcast.
But to go, and I think because it was from this I got an invite, but I couldn't make it because my weekend was all busy, and I'm really pissed off because I wanted to talk to all of those people.
Yeah.
And because there's a whole bunch of New Mexico podcasts that just is. I feel like they're all united real well.
I do one with I sometimes do one with City College.
Hey.
Yeah.
See, I mean, one of these days.
There's a plug for 'em. I plug our show on there, just so you know.
High five. I need to check it out. You're really good at high fives. That hurt my hands a whole lot. And it's like one big, like, united kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that.
I think the artistic community in New Mexico, for the most part, is very, close-knit.
Yeah, they'll help each other out.
Yeah.
That's something I'm really proud of.
Which is nice, because whenever you have an actor that you don't think should work anywhere, you can just tell everywhere he goes, yeah, don't work with that guy, he sucks.
Yeah, it really hits hard on a resume.
Oh man, like in Albuquerque, if you have a bad reputation, it follows you.
But like, I don't know, like I haven't heard of any crazy people. Have there ever been any actors, because you've been active longer than I have? Well, and also when I was in a show, I just didn't talk to a lot of people.
Well, I don't.
Are there any like crazy actors that like have been banned for crazy things? Like
I don't know if they've been banned. I know of like in when I was in a monthly Rocky Shadowcast, there were people that were kind of like, no, we don't want them. They're not.
Nobody ever stabbed a guy after an audition.
Somebody like I heard a story about somebody wanting to fight some other people in the parking lot during a show or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah.
What show?
Oh, the Rocky show.
Oh my god.
I mean, he doesn't listen to podcasts, so I'll just tell the story anyway.
Okay.
Our co-writer for Love on Porpoise, he got kicked off a show for disobeying a rule. I won't say what rule, but he knows the rule. And it was brought up at the next thing he auditioned for.
Oh, okay.
So I heard you got kicked out of the show doing blank. Is that going to be a problem?
I was thinking more like I didn't get a part on Jersey Boys, so I punched the casting director in the throat or something, you know?
I got cast as a cloud, so I fucked up the director.
I got cast as I didn't get the part for what's the guy? Who's the father from To Kill a Mockingbird?
Not Atticus.
No, that's Atticus.
Atticus, okay.
I didn't get the part for Atticus Finn's show, so I took a shit on the stage right then and there.
I was only understudy Von Trapp. I stabbed every other Von Trapp.
Dude, they use my favorite things a whole lot in advertisements now.
Yeah.
In a positive way, because it's like showing ice cream and stuff. And it's a happy thing.
When the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad.
But every time I see that on a commercial, out of context, I think to myself, guys, Germany invades like the next scene. Germany's coming for you. This isn't really a happy song. These are my favorite things, and they're all going to be taken away from me very soon. What you looking at?
I'm just checking the audio, making sure that it's in sync.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's kind of,
We're fine.
I was going to make an in-sync joke, and then I realized
Looks like it's more Backstreet Boys.
I was going to make a song reference. And I forgot all their songs. Bye, bye, bye?
Yeah. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, I feel it too, and no matter what I do...
What about the one where they do the Jamiroquai room thing?
That's Jamiroquai.
No. I'm talking about their marionettes.
Oh, It's Gonna Be Me.
Is that NSYNC too?
Yeah.
Which one's Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys is, I Want It That Way.
Okay.
Backstreet's Back. All right. Oh my God, we're back again.
Yeah.
Which is a great song.
That's a pretty good song.
Yeah, and they do, Tell me why ain't nothing. That is I Want It That Way. They do, I don't care who you are, where you're from.
That was Justin Timberlake.
No,
right?
that's Backstreet Boys.
Is that Aaron Carter?
No, it's Nick Carter.
Nick Carter.
Aaron Carter's brother.
I think Nick Carter had a real bad drug problem recently.
I think Aaron Carter did too.
I think I read about that on BuzzFeed or something.
Aaron Carter's bisexual.
You know what, BuzzFeed? Stop saying you can guess my age by what sushi I eat. Because you never get it right, dude.
What do they say you are? Are you like 50?
Well, they're asking me to pick out from... Okay, so this is crazy. You're asking me to pick from a list of sushi, and I'm not going to get, like... you expect me to pick the dragon roll? And that means I'm in my mid-20s? I'm not supposed to get straight up sushi? A nice, just left,
How old did they say you were?
Some sashimi? They say I'm fucking... I don't know, it's different every time. I gotta be honest with
What's the oldest you've been?
I don't think that they think people live past 35. So I think the oldest was 35.
Oh, man.
Yeah, mention, you go to a BuzzFeed editor and you say, hey, my grandma is in town, and they say, grandma? How old is this grandma? 60 years old? But humans only live until they're 35, and then they get shipped overseas to the to the spice bars.
We turn them into glue.
But they ask me if I put avocado on it. No. I'm not gonna fuck up a good piece of sushi. Would I have it in a burrito? No. If I'm gonna have to choose, no.
Wait. You think avocado doesn't belong on sushi?
If I'm given a choice between straight up sushi and a California roll with avocado in it, then I'll choose a straight up sushi. But
you can get both, though.
But in normal circumstances I can get both, but not in these BuzzFeed polls. You can only choose one fucking piece of sushi, and I'm gonna pick the one I want.
Okay. Whoa, Charlie.
It's like, BuzzFeed, you keep telling me I'm 33 because of the kind of pasta I eat. I'm calling you out. People on the internet, you know you feel the same.
Oh, this is a very heated subject for you.
We're gonna tell you where you live based on your taste in macaroni.
So, what are your sushi choices when you go to a sushi restaurant? Like, what are you gonna get? Because I'll get a crispy roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the California roll.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also normally get I'll get an avocado roll. I'll get a cucumber roll.
Mm-hmm. I don't get rolls. I just get the pieces of sushi.
Yeah.
The nigiri or
We gotta go get sushi.
What I get is I get the yellowtail.
Yeah.
I get like hamachi, so I get like the yellowtail, I get a fatty tuna, like a bluefin tuna.
Yeah.
I get unagi.
Unagi.
That's a barbecued eel. And then like for everybody, since I usually eat it with more people, we get like a roll.
Let's go get sushi.
We get a large roll. I love sushi, but okay, so I talk shit about.
Okay, here's what we do. So Friday,
mm-hmm.
we get some sushi, and we do a podcast on Friday eating sushi.
Sure.
We get it to go. Come over to my apartment.
Okay. We
film it. We do it.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, that's being very optimistic. If we can afford sushi.
I can afford sushi.
Okay.
I'm not like sitting here going, let's go crazy.
Okay.
We're not gonna get
a nice little platter
like
sushi.
we go to the sushi. We go to Sakura, which is just down the road from where I live.
Bro. Smith's
dude
does some dope ass sushi.
Hold on. Smith's does some dope ass everything.
Yeah.
Smith's is awesome.
We could probably get more sushi from Smith's than at Sakura.
No, that's true. We could also get sushi made by people who make sushi.
I know. But sushi, those people know how to make sushi.
No,
there.
I'm not saying they don't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't. I love Smith's.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in a pissed off mood and I ate those buffalo wings, they were great buffalo wings.
Right. There's a natural grocery store by my brother's house on 2nd Street that we can go to, and the guy there is who makes the sushi is from the Smiths by my house. I love that guy.
Oh yeah.
He makes some sweet sushi.
I don't think the Smiths where I live has sushi.
Oh, okay. Then maybe we'll go to Sakura.
But they got some great vegetarian stuff.
Oh my god.
I have some buffalo chicken wings.
Yeah.
Like, they're not chicken, but I have some buffalo vegetarian wings that I'm like,
dude, they have like quinoa burgers at the Smiths by my place.
Quinoa?
It's delicious. I love quinoa.
Quinoa?
Quinoa.
Quinoa?
Quinoa.
Quinoa?
I love it.
Quinoa?
It's a beautiful grain that quinoa.
Quinoa?
Love it. You make couscous with it, I think.
I don't like couscous.
I love couscous.
I don't like lentils. I
love lentils. And
it's like quinoa. Eating, like, you know when you get like the paper hole puncher
and
you just go and it gets the little paper hole circles?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what eating those things is.
Oh, I love them. Not
a fan.
That's why I like gnocchi.
I like black bean burgers. Black bean burgers are awesome. Portobello burgers are great. I love I'm not like opposed to quinoa being in my burger, but if it's like nothing but quinoa, I'm like,
yeah. Well, it's a patty made out of quinoa.
Yeah.
So I guess it would kind of be the same as like black bean burgers. Tofu dogs?
I fucking love tofu.
I love tofu.
Dude, oh my god, I fucking love tofu dogs.
I had tofu kielbasa once and it was delicious.
See, we do it better! Sorry.
Coming at ya.
You shouldn't have shown me that.
I'm sorry.
Some motherfuckers after our Kool-Aid.
How dare they?
The fucking nerve!
Son of a bitch, we came up with that like
forever
ago.
I mean, was it you or me, or was it?
It was me.
It was you, yeah.
We were just pitching names, and I was just like, cruelty-free comedy.
Yeah, because some of them were like,
they were
bad.
Well, I could probably find.
We could. It'd be weird, like going, just opening up this group chat that nobody's been on for a while. I think the last person to like actually say something there was me saying, "Hey guys, I went to fucking jail."
Yeah. That was. You know what?
And then Joey telling me how I should have known my rights. I'm like,
you should have known your rights.
Cool. Yeah, in the moment probably, but there was a cop asking me to get out of the car. Yeah. What am I gonna do?
It was a real perilous situation. You're not.
I'm trying to get home. I'm not about to make a statement. No, officer, I know my rights.
Well, since it was in Arizona, he saw you had gotten a tan and you were just a little bit browner than him.
He saw the word. He saw the word Mexico. I went, this guy's a damn Latino.
Son of a bitch! Can you step out of the car, sir?
Get out of the car, sir.
Oh,
I have the mustache.
You have a mustache. You have eyes as blue as the ocean.
Blonde hair.
He's like, well, so some part of you is Latino.
Your great-great-grandmother.
Time to be arrested.
Moving on. Move past it. Move past it.
So, oh my God.
I'm a loud cruncher.
I wanted to talk about, God, I was really into Smiths a second ago before we talked about the name. Because the Smiths by my place, it has all the hot sauces I like.
Oh, man.
Like El Yucateco, delicious.
I love the habanero sauces and shit like that.
Yeah.
I just got into Tabasco sauce for the first time. I fucking love hot sauce, dude.
I'm not going to name the place just in case they decide to press charges about it. Used to steal Tabasco from work when I was angry at them.
Was it the place where you shit your pants?
No.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You had the date somewhere else.
I had the date somewhere else. But
I keep thinking you shit your pants there.
I've shit my pants many places. So, that's an admirable guess.
I think the last time I shit my pants, I was like, I might have been like 13, and it's just because I did not make it to the toilet. I was right there. The toilet was right there, and I ran up the stairs. And I was like, it's coming out. I just got to make it. I opened the door, and it just got out. Oh, and I was embarrassed because I was like, I am too old. to shit my pants.
We're too old to be shitting your pants.
And I had made it into the bathroom, and I just, not a lot came out, but enough to where I considered it shitting my pants.
Okay, so...
By 18 to 24 women demographic.
This one is really funny. I was dating this girl who lived up the street from my house.
Is it
like kind of no?
Okay.
Other one that lived very close to me.
Convenient.
And she was up the street from my house in like this cul-de-sac, and me and my friend, who I don't think I should say his name, but I mean, for God's sake, see, that's the thing, is that I'm talking about. When we have to omit names, I'm also in the back of my head every time I'm like, who's gonna be watching this? We don't even say our full names, so it's not like an employer's gonna be like, Charlie.
You just did.
What is? Oh shit! Oh no! Should I keep that in?
No, just bleep out your last name.
Okay, I'll bleep it out. Oh God, I'm sorry, future me.
Just bleep out your last name.
I'm gonna. But are they like... Well, after I bleep it out, will they search my full name and find, what's this podcast, and say this shit? Anyway, me and this guy...
Cruelty-free podcast?
How dare they? He
said my name!
I'm a very big fan, Charlie. Why don't you be my assistant CEO? I'm like... Sweet dog. So anyway, me and this guy, my friend, drank a whole bunch of cough syrup and walked over to her house. And her room was like a window facing the street. So we could just walk up and we just talked. We talked for like 4 hours until like 2 or 3 in the morning, right? Me, her, and James. James decided to.
It's too late.
It's too late. James, I love you, bro.
No, it's okay. I remember drinking cough syrup with James.
Yeah, and his coworkers won't give a shit. He's a great chef.
Yeah. Just say where he works real quick.
No.
Shout it to the mountaintop.
It's delicious. So anyway, he decides to walk home, which is crazy at 3 in the morning because there's coyotes by where he lives.
You remember we wrote a punk song about that.
And then I started walking home myself.
Yeah.
And I'm literally not even a block away from my house, and there's a school by my house. And at some point in time, I had walked in such a way that it jarred my bowels around real hard. God. And the DXM from the cough syrup was like really working its way on my intestines.
Oh.
And I tried. I tried so hard to make it up the hill home. But I ended up shitting in the grass at the school. Right next to the flag. In front of the American flag.
Well, as far as Republicans and football fans are concerned, at least you weren't kneeling during it.
Yeah, I was squatting right next to it. If anything, that's the most American thing I've done ever in my life. So I wanted to bring up some things.
Yeah.
God, we're really good at stream of consciousness.
Well, our podcasts have a natural flow.
We're great. We're great.
I agree. We're better than your podcast.
YouTube.
You shouldn't have shown me that. Hit us up, dog. You shouldn't have shown me that.
I shouldn't have. I got a good lawyer. I'm gonna bring him out right now. He's in my pocket. I bring out a little man. He starts writing a tiny cease and desist letter.
It came in hot, man.
Yeah. Don't run into us at a convention somewhere, or else we will have heated words with you. Because I'm a nonviolent man. Anyway, so I'm on Fun Story. I'm on the radio tonight.
Awesome.
And before we started the podcast, I was like really, really nervous.
Yeah.
Because I have not written anything in the several weeks that I've been accepted onto it. So I kind of have, after this podcast, I have like maybe 3 or 4 hours to get some stuff up to fill 3 minutes, about 3 minutes.
You know what you should use? Your hentai poem.
No, I can't. It gets very, very... It's subtle at first.
It's so good,
and
though.
And then it gets really graphic
so good.
at the end.
It's so good.
I have bongos, too. I could go the whole 9 yards.
And we're never going to put it on stage.
Yeah, we are.
When?
I believe in us. Eventually.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But we got to get people.
All good things come in time, my friend. And the hardest thing is being patient. I mean, my God.
I know, you got to learn patience.
Yeah.
You got to be patient to learn patience.
I know.
Therefore, I am fucked.
What a conundrum.
It's a paradox, dude. It's a fucking paradox.
But after this October, we can start making a timeline.
Indeed.
And so I'm really nervous, but I was thinking about, and I got to get this off my chest. Okay.
What we should do is we should do a live Facebook podcast at some point.
Yeah, we can start doing that as well.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get this thing off my chest, but I was thinking about writing about 10 poems. At the very least 3 poems about this pipe that I broke last night.
Oh, you broke your pipe? Was it the pipe?
Yeah.
Aww.
Caleb, we shouldn't have named him.
Well, we
shouldn't have named him. I know, but this is my track record with named pieces, man. I've broken every single one that I've named, and Caleb, I'm so sorry. It was a gift from him.
See, the only pipe that I've broken 2 pipes that are like my fault. One was Radagast. And I'm still broken up about Radagast. Radagast was this beautiful brown. It was Radagast the Brown.
Yeah.
And it was this beautiful Gandalf pipe. And I would bring it out for D&D games. And it was great. And all I had to do one day was just move it just half an inch more forward. And it'd still be here.
There's two things that curse a pipe. Okay? And
Loving
you have
it?
you have to make, and it has to meet these two stipulations to be cursed. You give it a name first. Then you discover it's actually a really good pipe.
You love it.
And you love it. And you use it all the time. Me, because this one, its airflow was so nice.
Yeah.
And it could be cleaned real easily.
It had two little knobs under it for a base. Like Magic Man, which is my super long Gandalf pipe. No base. And it's like terrifyingly fragile. So I literally do not bring it out except for special occasions. And then as soon as it's done, I'm like, this is going back in my closet.
My pipe it pulled better than a lot of pipes that I had, and I loved it. I loved the way it looked. We named it after Jon Snow's direwolf.
Aww.
We spent like a week coming up, like thinking of a good name.
Yeah.
And we're like Ghost. And because you've seen it, it's white and black, and it looks like snow on the front.
Isn't smoking tobacco awesome?
And it is awesome. And dude, okay, I had my water. I had my nice Fiji water in front of me, and I took a sip of it. It was on the table. I put it down in such a perfect way that, because it was on the table, it wasn't near an edge.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It rolled?
No, dude, I put it down so perfectly, just so on the mouthpiece that it launched it like a seesaw into the middle of the room. It went a foot. That's my luck with my named love pipes, is that they will find ways to get broken.
I brought my pipe Vanilla Ice with me one time because I was going to smoke tobacco after work. And when I was driving home, when I got home, I got out of my car, and the pipe fell onto the street. It did not break. It did not break, but I knew right then and there, this can never leave my house again.
Right.
Nope, it can never drop again.
Oh.
Like and it wasn't just like a little bit of a fall. It was from my pocket. It flew out, and it just bounced, and it stayed intact. But I was like, that's it.
It can't happen again, right? Because it will break the next time. I mean, oh my god. See, what I'm angry about is that it wasn't even a mistake that I made. I didn't have it in my hands or trip. Yeah. I didn't put it too close to the edge and go like this. I did a perfect demonstration of physics. I put it down in such a way that it hit the tip of the mouthpiece and went boom.
Sorry, man.
A whole foot.
That's
now
awful.
I have to buy a new one, and it will never. This new one, since it's a replacement now, it will never be as meaningful as this one to me.
I'll give you one.
Oh,
I'll give you one.
That's so sweet of you, man. God, give me a hug. See,
Take that. You don't have anybody hugging you in your podcast.
We're heartwarming.
Ugh.
Come on.
Change your name.
And it's because pipes like that, I feel like they're definitely they're gestures of friendship.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is gonna give you joy, and so it means
so much.
I
definitely know which pipe I'm gonna give you.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
in that vein, oh yeah.
And it's so like, oh well, thank you so much. Like, I'm so glad that the one my mother uses
for tobacco,
Mom, hasn't broken yet, because that was a gift from my friend Freddie. And Caleb, I bet you Caleb's gonna be so angry. He's gonna be so angry. I'm so sorry, Caleb. And he's gonna do one of two things. He's either going to go right down to the pipe shop, because he and I are really I don't want to say protective of each other. We take our friendship real seriously.
You should.
And so he'd run right down there again, buy me another one for like $5, and come back and be like, "Here, give that back to Connor." Or he'll say, or he'll
out of jealousy.
Yeah,
I just give you a pipe, and he's like, "No."
If you gave him a pipe, I might do the same thing.
Oh man, you guys are fucking.
We're tight.
Tight? Okay.
Yeah, tight like a pussy. Anyway.
No.
So he.
That's one of your T-shirts.
He'll either. Yeah. And it's just me looking like this.
Tight like a pussy.
Like a pussy. Or he'll just slap me across the face real hard and be like, "You son of a bitch! You break everything!" And I'll be like, "I'm sorry, Caleb."
Charlie, you don't have to stay.
Like,
you don't have to stay.
No, I love him. Okay. That may be the thing
you
that
may
everyone
love him.
says.
But if he hits you, he doesn't love you.
He protects me.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
That's not protecting you.
He protects me from myself. Because I'm such a stupid girl. I'm a stupid, stupid girl.
No!
He keeps me safe, Connor. He provides for us.
I just wouldn't listen.
I just wouldn't listen.
What are we here for?
Well, it was about how I'm nervous about the radio thing. I am probably going to go home and write a couple poems about the pipe because I'm really bummed out about that.
I feel you.
One of the things I wanted to talk about, it's not the reason for the season, but it is something very that you might find very interesting, and I think that we can have a pretty intense discussion about this. I was on this dating site. It's not really a dating site, but it's called Blender. It's like an offshoot of Tinder, and it's kind of like a hotornot.com. Swipe right, whatever, rate people, bullshit, some shit, because I've been real bored lately, what with the schoolwork I've been having to do. And I decided to take my insecurity out on other people and rate them myself. So anyway, I came across this girl's dating profile, and I read her About Me page. She's 20. I'm not going to say her name.
Good.
She's an independent actress living in Albuquerque.
Ooh.
She says, Christian, I adore war, history, and milkshakes. I look up to Frederick the Great and Adolf Hitler. I'm a National Socialist. I like baking sweets. I hate feminism. Message me, especially if you'd like to talk politics or history. 1488, which is, I only consider men who are white or East Asian. Warning, I'm an asshole. I'm single, straight, 5'6", 132 pounds, slim body, yada yada yada.
Who the fuck? Let me see this person.
Oh, this is a screenshot. I didn't take a picture of her face.
Oh, okay.
I can show her. The reason I know this person is I'm actually friends with her on Facebook. And the only reason, so my buddy Anthony knows her. And me and Anthony, we were just hanging out.
Sounds like she's more than an asshole.
We were hanging
out.
Like,
I'm an asshole.
Right, yeah, she's a Nazi.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Worse. She's worse than an asshole.
There's a difference between being kind of a jerk or kind of a bitch and being a fucking Nazi.
Is 10 degrees past bitch.
There's person who's not always fun to be around. Nazi!
Taken out of context.
T-shirt. Nazi.
Taken out of context, that might look like we're putting them on a pedestal. Nazi.
No,
Nazi.
They know what we mean.
There's a good person here.
No. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Everybody knows we're not putting Nazis on a pedestal.
Right.
We're saying, there's asshole, and then there's fucking Nazi.
Okay.
One of these things is not like the other.
Right.
One of these things just doesn't belong.
One of these things is a Nazi.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. My buddy Anthony knows her. They knew each other in school a long time ago, and they started talking. One night he just came up to me and he was like, Charlie, this girl's a fucking Nazi. And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, look at this. Showed me her Facebook, and I was like, holy shit. I need to friend this person to see how fucking crazy they are.
Oh my god.
And dude, it's a nonstop wave of her being a Nazi and then complaining about people hating Nazis. And I'm like, well, you're the Nazi. Okay.
It's like going to a picnic and getting mad there's ants.
I was thinking to myself, this is the actual serious question. I posited this to my father earlier. I says to him,
You says.
I says.
Use says.
How do these people function in society, especially if they're so vocal about it on social media? How are they getting... Because there's a movie theater in town that I know this person works at. And I've
Is it the
been
new
there.
one?
It's the
mall?
The dining
it's
dining
the one
theater.
that just opened.
Yeah. And she's so vocal about her stance on this and black people and Jews and all of that shit. She really doesn't like black people or Jews. And how do you get a job as a vocal Nazi?
They don't pay attention to your Facebook until someone contacts the place of work. So like all you would have to do is screen cap that and email it to her boss, and she's fired.
This person's a Nazi.
I mean, if she tags where she works in her Facebook, if she represents the company in any way in her social media, like if she takes a picture in her uniform going, I work here, click. By the way, the Jews, scum. Not just pretending to be her.
Yeah.
Then you email that to her boss, and they go, well, this makes us look bad. We don't like hiring Nazis.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, come on.
Hey, I'm a server. White race rules. Oh, by the way, 1488 is actually a neo-Nazi slogan.
Yeah.
That so let me actually look this up, because I feel like this is really important, because there's her, and then just imagine how many other people are just like that.
Right?
Like, what the... So I was thinking to myself, like, my dad asked me, he said, what does, can animals be racist? Do they ever exhibit racism in nature? And so, well, I really like taking sociology classes. I've taken a bunch of them. So basically, they're just like, you can boil down animal conflict to food and territory.
Yeah.
And resources and stuff. And so humans, racism is basically the same. It's somebody feeling uncomfortable with another race taking what he perceives as taking territory or food or resources or jobs. But humans add little superfluous things.
Like skin color.
Yeah. Like, hey, this guy... he has a 50-acre farm, and that's taking up some of the acres I could have. And I don't like that. Also, he's a Jew. And it's like, what the fuck? Or like, and also, his nose looks weird. It's like, humans do that,
Jews control Hollywood.
And I was thinking to myself, what must it have been like to be the first racist? The first racist in human history.
Man.
Because when we were monkeys, when we were Neanderthals and so on and so forth, we were just fighting over territory. So when did the first Homo sapien bump into a Neanderthal and go, fuck this guy?
You know what? Neanderthals, bad tippers. Every single one of them.
That guy's... Hey, you ever look at those Neanderthals? Their heads look weird.
Here's my impression of a Cro-Magnon. I'm a Cro-Magnon. Look at me.
and so that must have been what it was like. Or like the first modern racist. Because racists like this girl, usually I think one would say these tendencies are learned throughout childhood. So you're born into a racist family. The change isn't so drastic.
Yeah.
Because it seems like because it doesn't seem, it is. It's a very irrational thought to hate somebody based on their skin color or ethnicity or religion.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a real childish thing, this drastic change that sometimes happens later in life. Like a child who hates carrots has one bad experience with carrots, and then they hate them their whole life. So I figure that a lot of these changes, like some people I know, for example, whose parents are not racist, but they are racist, what happened? someone step on your shoe outside of a synagogue and you just go, all Jews step on my shoes! And it rhymes, so the child probably relates to it more. Or like somebody accidentally, like the person I know, we were talking about this a while ago, and I was like, he just had, the thing about these racists, these modern day racists, is that they have one bad interaction with somebody. And it doesn't matter whether they're children, but it happens especially when they're children. Like the person in question, he told me when he was like, I don't like Mexicans. I go, why? He's like, cause a Mexican kid said something mean to me in middle school. And I'm like, yeah, kids suck. Middle school sucks. Of course they're gonna say something to you.
Oh, middle school was the fucking worst.
And that warps their entire perception. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking A. And so 1488 means... Whoops. I just said what 1488 mean.
Good grammar, Charlie.
Okay, it's in reference to the 14 words by... I'm loading up the Google right now. 88, I'm going to say right now, stands for Heil Hitler because H is the 8th letter in the alphabet, and skinheads. I've watched enough Gangland to know that skinheads really like that. But it's coined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What was I saying? Oh, yes. It was the 14 words were coined by some white nationalist dude who is serving 190 years in prison for some assassination that was carried out. And the words are, because the beauty of the white Aryan woman must not perish from the earth. So basically he's saying no interbreeding and stuff like that. And so this person, not only is this specific white supremacist in jail for a terrorist act, but this girl is comfortable putting on her dating profile terrorist sympathies. How do they function? Answer me that. Because
I couldn't.
Because they're working in places, multicultural places.
Yeah.
How do they go to college without something in college affecting them in a way that tells them that they're wrong?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of always something I've been struggling with, the idea, like, how does, like, when Hulk Hogan was recorded saying some really fucking racist shit, it's, you see those pictures of him, hugging and being around, like black kids and stuff like that. It's like, if he's a racist, how does he do that? How does he manage to be able to, like, fake that? I don't understand it.
Me neither, man.
I think, it's simply just keeping your shitty fucking thoughts to yourself. But that's the problem, is they're still shitty fucking thoughts. Like, this fucking chick, like, man, if the at her work knew, fuck.
What a cunt. And
you said it.
Yeah, and she fucking what? I think anybody can call a Nazi a cunt.
I agree. I think it should be absolutely 100% legal to punch a Nazi in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling them Nazis.
Nazis.
Because I like that movie a whole lot and I support it.
Each and every one of you owes me 100 Nazi scalps, and I want my scalps. And you're going to give me them scalps.
Oh, I love it. Excuse me, I'm gonna cut this real quick.
Okay.
Hello. And so anyway, continuing that conversation, it really troubled me. Someone being like that vocal. Like, do you think she would be able to be that vocal before
social media gives everybody, even on a dating profile, the power of anonymity?
Anonymity, yeah.
Yes!
Yeah. You said it right.
Yes!
Good job, Connor. Yeah, you get Fiji water.
Where even if, like, this is me, this is my age, this is my face, but I'm just a nameless, I'm just a person on the internet. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want.
Well, this girl's rationale is ridiculous, I think, because I think in her Nazi rationale, because she loves anime. She wants
How the fuck?
See, this is it.
How the fuck?
Check this out. she wants to date, like she said, she's into East Asian men. She likes Japan because Hitler was cool with Japan. But her rationale is flawed because she also likes Korean people, Korean men too. And so I'm like, well, what are you? You're all fucked up. You don't know your fucking ass from your head when it comes to your racism because you're being you're.
I think she's young and immature and looking for attention.
She's an edgelord. She is so an edgelord,
like most of those MRA pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm. And she's one of those hashtag I don't need feminism women. And I'm like, all right, well, you're just fighting against yourself then, dude. Get on
it's
with
fucking
it.
Dumb, yeah. Like, this woman just sounds like she just wants, like, racist white motherfuckers to fuck her.
Yeah. I don't think it's going down really well.
No!
Because she has a dating profile.
If only there was a dating profile if only there was, like, an Ashley Madison type of website for just racists.
Yeah.
Like, no.
She'd be banging 30-something neck.
I'm not even going to try to name my fake racist dating website. It's going to be like KuKluxKiss.com.
Oh God damn it! You already made it! It's coming up. Someone's working on the app right now. You ruined us.
Shit!
God damn it. It has your name on it, the app.
Fuck!
It's from Connor Industries. Good job, he stole it.
I'm
your
sorry.
face is on it.
No! No!
You've already smiled at the camera one too many times. They're cutting it out right now in Photoshop.
Betty Boop, what a dish!
What a dish! Oh my God.
A Saving Private Ryan reference? These guys have everything in their podcast.
We're fucking on.
Unlike that other podcast.
Last thing I need to bring up to you might be
we don't support racism.
Absolutely.
Or fascism. Yeah. Nazis can go fuck a dick.
Absolutely. I don't think anything we said just now would
let's just clarify real quick. Yes. Fuck racists. Fuck Nazis. Fuck the KKK.
Hello, this is Charlie from CrueltyFree Podcast.
And I'm Connor, also from CrueltyFree Podcast.
And we in no way endorse white supremacists or Nazis.
Absolutely not. We endorse tofu dogs and sushi and Green Day and Rush.
And sustainable energy.
You know who I forgot to put in my top 10? Prince. I forgot to put Prince in my top 10. But I think we were doing bands, so that's why I'm like,
We also support Prince.
I love Prince.
Yeah. And we're far better than the other podcast.
That other podcast is trash compared to our podcast.
That has a similar...
too far. You know who you are.
Name, you know
what you did.
You saw our name.
Snake.
You saw our name and you said...
slug.
I'm gonna take it.
You snail of a person.
You feel good about yourself, dude?
You scum of the earth.
I bet he does feel good about himself because he's talking about veganism and shit.
Yeah, his body feels great. Now, what were you gonna talk about?
I saw Jaden Smith's new anime.
He has an anime?
Yep.
What is it?
I'm gonna give you 3 guesses as to what the name is.
Bad. It's bad. It's a bad name.
Were those your 3 guesses?
Yes.
Okay. It's called Neo Yokio. Neo Yokio. So it's like Neo Tokyo, except it's New York. So it's Neo Yokio. And Jaden Smith is the main character in it. And here's the trailer. I'm going to put the trailer in the podcast.
Okay. I mean, can we show the whole trailer? I think we should just show a clip of it. I'm going to show a clip.
Neo Yokio is the greatest city in the world. It is a diverse labyrinth of cultural...
Good job. Great trailer.
Dude, you have got to fucking see it because it is bad. Okay, so... It takes place. Kaz Khan is First of all, Neo Yokio has a bachelor, most eligible bachelor sign in Times Square.
And let me guess, Jaden Smith is
the most eligible bachelor.
Okay, I see it. It's an ego trip project.
It is the most self-indulgent thing in the world. It's written by the singer of Vampire Weekend.
What?
The singer of Vampire Weekend writes the fucking show. Dude, okay, so he's not just the most eligible bachelor in Neo Yokio, but he's also the most badass wizard exorcist who takes care of all of Neo Yokio's stuff or whatever. So anyway, these magic people, they call them rat catchers as an analog for for pejorative terms, and I get it, because he's a magic person, and magic people used to be discriminated against, and now they're part of the rich upper class of a New York society. However, he has no attachment to those roots. His character is the most fashionable, the most elegant. He uses those words. He is perfect virtually in every way.
So he's a Mary Sue.
He's a Christian Bale from American Psycho. He is a psychopath to like the nth degree. In one episode, it needs to go to a black and white ball, but for tuxedos, but he instead accidentally gets a midnight blue tuxedo. And once he finds out it's midnight blue, it drives him fucking insane. And the thing is that that's the amount of his problems. That's as perilous his situation gets.
And this isn't like a comedy?
I don't think it's a comedy.
Because if this was a comedy, that's great.
I hope to God it's a comedy.
If that's a comedy, that's hilarious.
But the thing is that I would believe it's a comedy if each attempt at actual jokes didn't fall flat for me.
Yeah.
The thing is that every joke in there is so unrelatable.
See, that's why the Last Action Hero review we tried to do, that's what I tried to say, is none of the jokes landed.
But the thing about this one, they don't land because they're jokes made for millionaires. Like, at one point in time, he'll be like, you're wearing Chanel after fall, or some shit like that, and it's supposed to be funny. Because I know the way it's delivered, it's supposed to be a joke. But then I'm like, I don't know what Chanel is.
It's a
Jaden Smith.
It's a perfume.
I know it is. At one point in time, so also Jaden Smith's character is he's vapid, but he's also like a new romantic, like, oh no, if something goes wrong, like he's Monsieur Gustav from
yeah.
Okay, he's kind of like Monsieur Gustav, where he waxes poetic a whole bunch.
I love that movie so much.
He goes to a grave that he's made for himself without a death date, and he goes there sometimes and just lies there. And he has a robot, and he just lies there. And Jude Law's in the show. And so at one point in time, he's lying on his coffin.
Was he the judge guy?
No, he's the robot.
Okay.
And he's like lying in his coffin, and he smells this perfume, and he goes up to this man who's spraying his wife's favorite perfume on her gravestone because she had passed away. And Jaden Smith just fucking says to this guy, he says, "Oh, I know the smell of that perfume. You know that perfume isn't very good anymore." It's from basically what he says in lay terms. He says, "Hey dude, that perfume fucking sucks, and the memory of your wife means nothing to me." And the guy just goes, and this is verbatim for the guy. He says, "Well, she just liked this one. She enjoyed this one." And he just goes, "You old people are fucking weird." He just goes, "You old people are weird, attached to stupid things. You have to be elegant and whatever." And he's the best at field hockey. He's on a field hockey team. He dated this or hooked up with this the world's most famous fashion blogger. And the thing is that the voice actress for her is actually like the world's most famous fashion blogger. And I looked up some things about her, and she's the best. She kind of phones it in on her voice acting gig, but I looked up her history, and it's like surprising, dude. Like, she's 21 years old, and she's editor of all these fashion magazines, and I'm like, good on ya. Jaden Smith has been Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
And says to himself, I'm going to make an anime.
That's pretty much been his entire career.
My critical critique is that the jokes don't land because they are unfunny because I am not a millionaire.
So it's no Cowboy Bebop is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Its animation style changes sometimes in a way that's not cohesive. It's not like canon for the show because from what you've seen, it's pretty like old school realistic style. But they change it for cartoony reasons for some reason, no reason, whatever. And it's really weird. It throws me off. It's so bad that it is funny. There are parts that are so out of touch with reality that blow my mind. He also, since Jaden Smith is the only one on the production team who's seen anime, he just throws terms at the writing team, and they just throw in terms like at one point in time they say hikikomori like 8 times. A hikikomori is a shut-in. But I imagine Jaden Smith going up to them and being like, she's a hikikomori, she's a hikikomori. And they go, what's the American equivalent of a hikikomori? And Jaden Smith doesn't understand that people in America can shut themselves in. Yeah. So he never had to learn the term shut-in. So he just goes, there is none. Just use hikikomori. And so they use it so lazily and sloppily. Anyway, so he's a demon guy. Blue-haired girl becomes... she gets possessed episode 1. They rekindle their relationship together. She ends up becoming a terrorist because after being possessed, she looks at the world and she's like, all you greedy people. This is why I don't think it's a comedy. Because the subject matter is it's so weirdly out of touch. The bad guys are the demons that hate human greed. The demons are the moral ones. They look at humans' greed and they go, no, you guys should be more humble. This is a testament to greed and evil. But they're the bad guys.
Yeah.
And the good guys are literally, Jaden Smith says, no, luxury is beautiful and it's what keeps us sane. And he spends his whole time trying to convince this girl that she's wrong, that greed is good. In a non-joking manner.
Yeah.
At one point in time, they reference Ranma 1/2. That one's pretty good. But then, so Jaden Smith's friend gets turned into a busty black woman because of the water, like in Ranma 1/2. And he forces him to he sexually assaults his friend. And his friend is upset by it. And Jaden Smith's character has no clue why he's upset. End of the episode, Jaden Smith has learned nothing. And it is it's not good.
I can tell.
It is not a very good show.
I can tell.
Oh boy. But I watched all 6 episodes just so I could be prepared for today. Yeah. And at some points in time, I find it very, very funny. But
not on purpose.
It's basically Frasier the anime.
Oh man.
It's upper crust people the anime. And it's Jaden, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
What's going on?
They use a lot of his tweets for dialogue, and it's nonsense. And it's nothing against you, Jaden.
Yeah.
You made a movie, man.
Pursuit of Happiness was great.
After Earth was pretty cool.
No, it wasn't.
I like the concept of After Earth. I enjoyed it, you
guys. It's
so
Scientology. Because Will Smith
care.
is a Scientologist.
I know, but I don't care about that.
Will Smith is a Scientologist.
So, but, you've made things, man. But...
So have we.
But please, 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 please make the second season better. Because I will watch it. I will watch it because of how this impression, it's left an impression on me for sure. I suppose that's the reason why it was made anyway. Paul Giamatti's in it. Susan Sarandon, I think, is in it.
She's in that Pickle Rick episode.
She is.
That's a great episode. I love that line where he's like, if I see something I don't like, I change it. And he's a pickle. I'm like...
He doesn't like himself.
It's such great fucking writing!
That is really cool.
And the question is why did you make yourself a pickle? And he won't answer the question.
Right. It is pretty brilliant.
Oh man, Rick and Morty is amazing.
So that is actually the very last thing I needed to talk about.
All right.
I'm gonna show you a whole episode of it one day.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Neo Yokio.
I'm not interested.
Neo Yokio.
Hard pass.
It's gonna be great.
Hard pass.
One
super hard pass.
One woman that he dates. She sounds like this, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm a pop star." And oh my god, it's real bad, dude.
Super hard pass, man.
He kisses his friend, and I imagined when he got upset and Jaden Smith went to go hang out with him, I joked with Caleb that the guy's next line should have been like, because he calls Jaden Smith B a whole bunch. He's like, "Yo, what up, B?" He should have been like, "You know what? I don't know, B. Ever since you kissed me that 20 seconds ago, I don't even know if I want to turn back into a boy. I think I want to suck your dick, B."
No.
Suck
See,
your dick,
I have literally no interest in seeing this show.
You don't need to.
I don't want to.
Okay. One of these days, though.
I have to get back into Gurren Lagann, dude.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll let you get back into Gurren Lagann. And while you get back into... And in that time, they'll have a second season ready, and then when you're ready.
No.
When you're ready.
No.
All subliminally...
Dude, no. I saw a few episodes of Naruto Shippuden because my brother liked that show, and he watched it when, years before it came to fucking Cartoon Network and shit. So I knew what was going on in Naruto well before, non-anime fan people. And I don't even like Naruto.
I'm gonna dose you with peyote and put it on in a dark room and flash the lights at you for 8 hours.
Just you're gonna Clockwork Orange me?
Yeah, I'm gonna Clockwork Orange until you can't help but love it.
I just look at you and go, "Charlie, you know when you let me out of here, I'm gonna remember what you did, right?"
No, you won't. And I guess that's it. So for Cruelty-Free Podcast, I'm Charlie.
The one and only Cruelty-Free Podcast.
Cruelty-Free Podcast. Like, subscribe, share. I'm Charlie.
Help us get to 1,000 views.
And you'll get something in return somehow. I'll pimp myself out, maybe.
We'll actually make those t-shirts.
We'll actually be able to make those t-shirts, yeah.
He's Charlie. I'm Connor. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Good night. I'm Charlie.
I'm Connor.